Well, Christmas is here. Crazy weather today, super heavy snow, traffic is murder. I'm still doing my first run, so this is just dropped off my, first was scaffolding, second was scaffolding. And I'm near Elbow Drive, just north of Glenmore Trail. There's a church here, and I dropped off the scaffolding, but man, it was so bad. Wait, and I'm just waiting for my dispatcher to tell me if there's any pickups. Yeah, time now is 9:40. So I left our yard at 7 o'clock. It took me over an hour to my first stop, and then second, it's like awful, you know? Like, look how much snow we have. Like and it's still falling. And today's Monday, so normally Uber is not good on Monday, but in this kind of weather, man, I checked the map in the morning and it was all red, high earning potential everywhere. So I wish I could did Uber instead of this. And buses spin out, trucks spin out. And why I'm showing you this is because, over here, there's a playground. Of course, I don't want to show any faces of kids, but I don't know if you can see, but like there's kids playing in the snow, having lots of fun. It's a playground, it's a kindergarten at this church, and that's the only people who are having fun right now. And I should have kept my mouth shut, because the boss sent me, grab this one. And what he does is he takes a picture of the pickup slip, delivery slip. And I look at this, and it's scaffolding, and not just any scaffolding, it's 10 frames, and it's 7 10-footer decks, and like safety rails, plate leveling legs, outriggers. Man, it's a big load. So, and I said all highways are one big parking lot, and he says, yep, no problem, take your time, we can only do so much. You see, that's what I like about this company. Like, they understand you, like, all right, so now what I do is I just usually take the one I just delivered, flip it to the other side, and pick up in backyard. And I flip it to the other side, and I use it as my notebook. So I have to write down the guy's name, his phone number, because it says here text when on the way. And I have to write down the address, because otherwise, how do I cannot, this is my service phone, right? So I have to use the service phone to text, and if I don't write it down, like, I'll have to constantly switch between the text app and basically, yeah, it's not good. So it's Sirocco Place Southwest. So yeah, should be a bunch of stuff. 20 pigtail locks. 20 plus 4. 24 plus 2. So it should be 26 pigtail locks. Man, even bolted swivel clamps. They use them to wall tie off. They use them to, when it's very tall like this, so 10 frames, it means that they have these wall ties off so they can tie the scaffolding to the wall. Or at least they call it large scaffold delivery, so they charge them more than the regular fee. So yeah, this will be my stop 3, and it's almost 10 o'clock. Normally I do 2 stops before 9 and 2 stops before lunch, which I usually have at 11. But that's it. So now all I do is, let me double check the phone number. Sometimes, you know, you make mistake and I text somebody, hey, this is so-and-so rental company. We're coming to pick up scaffolding. And I make a mistake in one number and somebody gets scared. Oh, it's not, you got the wrong number. We have no scaffolding here. All right, so I just click write any message, type the number. And then I click in the field, empty field, where it says message, and I just type PU, pickup. And then right at the just above the keyboard, there appears a phone number, meaning that this message was already sent to somebody. And so I click on the phone number, and right away the body of the message is pre-populated with pre-formatted text, which is, you know, so I don't have to type anything. All I add is ETA. I have no idea. I would just say to be determined. Heading your way. All right. And now all we gotta do is put the address in. Sirocco Place, Southwest. And Google found it. Let's see how far I am. Well, it's a private house, but why do they need so much scaffolding? And it's sending me on, oh, I'm not that far. 13 kilometers. It's sending me on Glenmore Trail, which is not too bad going that way, but
head east on 55th Avenue Southwest toward 6th Street Southwest.
But yeah, but going this way, as I was coming to this church,
you're on the fastest route despite slower than usual traffic. Yeah, you will arrive at 10:10 a.m.
It was a parking lot. So nobody's home, but the rear gate was open, so all my stuff was there except a couple of small safety rail posts were missing, and everything is covered in snow like this. So it's probably somewhere under the snow, but I checked half of the yard. I used found a broom, was cleaning the snow to see where those safety rails are, and could not find them. And so that's what my truck looks like. So I have 10 frames, 7 decks, a bunch of braces, some plate leveling legs, big load. And just like that, it's time for a lunch break. Well, almost. Time now is 10:45, and I put in the route on my service phone, and it says I'll be at our yard at 11:28, which is perfect. So I can just stop at the strip plaza. Haven't decided yet what I'm having yet. Yeah, I got some safety posts here, some legs, some outriggers in the back there, because it's a extended cab truck. Like our Ram has 4 doors, but these Fords, I'm in the Ford F350. Fords are they do have 4 doors, but the rear doors are kind of like suicide doors, you know. And we don't have any seats. We just have kind of like a cargo space in there, like super useful. All right. Hopefully the roads now will be a bit better. So I'm taking Sarcy Trail all the way to bypass 201, and then head north towards the airport. So right now we're navigating the back alley. That's how I had to come in. But my paperwork did say so. Everything pick up in the backyard, and didn't take long to find this back alley. Like, look at this. That's how much snow. Look at these trees, man. This is like a, you know, Christmas tree on the red square.
Turn right onto Signature Way Southwest. Then take the first left onto Sirocco Drive Southwest.
Well, how do I? Yeah, see, you cannot. Oh, this one. Yeah, I want to kill everything except the windshield because you see it starts fogging up. See this fog? Because I was wondering what's happening. Why is the tree not in focus? And I'm driving with 4x4 on in high mode. And so each time I see people plowing streets, I just want to say, should have bought a condo. You see, like that guy over there. Poor guy, plowing, cleaning snow.
Take the exit, then keep right to merge onto Highway 201 North.
Yeah, this is 16 Ave leading to 201 North, and you can see there's a lot of snow on the
Use the right 2 lanes to keep right
pavement.
to merge onto Highway 201 North.
Like, they did clean it, but it keeps falling. Right, so everything is icy, slippery, dangerous conditions. Well, I'm doing 80 kilometers an hour, 50 miles an hour on 201 East. And as you can see, there's hardly any traffic. Busy on the other side. Just saw a truck got stuck with like a B train. Got stuck on a hill and he's empty, so no pressure on the tires, and his rear tires are spinning. He's stuck near the ditch in the opposite direction. But here it's moving okay. I'm probably the fastest truck because I'm heavy, so I stick to the left lane because it seems to be cleaner. Yeah, now we are at 90 kilometers per hour. And I turned off the 4x4, but now I'm in tow/haul mode just to give me some extra torque. You see one guy is got stuck on the left side there. Yeah, for lunch I went to Dairy Queen and ordered. The guy says, "Your usual." You know, it's not a good indicator when a fast food restaurant guy knows your preference. That means that you're going there too often, you know. And so I always order pretty much the same thing. It's number 8, which is a flamethrower. It's called flamethrower because I like it because it's spicy. It has a spicy sauce on it. Tastes much better than, you know, other burgers like McDonald's and stuff like that. And there's you can take it with 3 patties or 2. I said, okay, I'll take. Yeah, actually number 8 has 3 patties. Number 7 is the same flamethrower but with 2 patties. And I said, I'll take number 8 with 3 patties, but how much for extra patty? You know, at McDonald's, if you want an extra patty, it's like $1 because they're much smaller, but these are big, you know. The guy checked on the computer, didn't sound surprised. He said $2.60. $2.60. I said, I'll take it. So he went to the window into the kitchen and said, 4 patties. And so they gave me a burger with 4 patties. It was so much meat, man. It's probably 50 grams of protein easy, you know. So I'm glad I did that. It tastes pretty good. Basically, less carbs, more protein. And when I showed up at the base of operations, and of course I have this shit ton of scaffolding in the truck, and I asked my dispatcher, said, what are we doing? Unloading? He says, no, keep it in there. We have more scaffolding going out. And he gives me 3 papers, 2 deliveries and 1 pickup. And deliveries are all scaffold. And I just had to modify slightly what I had on the truck So added two frames, two 10-footer decks and two half frames, and removed some braces and added 6 casters. I basically removed the safety rail posts, those plate leveling legs, a couple of other things, but this one is basically this order has less positions, so to speak. But heading over now to the first one. It's near Livingston, just north of Calgary, outside of 201. And this is where I'm dropping 6 frames, 6 decks. It's like the bigger of the two. The other one is only 2 frames, 3 decks. So I got lucky basically that I didn't have to unload and then reload, because sometimes what happens, you unload everything and then dispatcher comes out and says, don't shoot me, but we just got an order just now for delivery, and it's pretty much what you just unloaded, and so you have to reload, but lucky for me, the timing was perfect. So now we are, and so before lunch I only did 3 stops, right? 2 deliveries, 1 pickup. Normally it should be at least 4, but because of traffic and super bad roads, like our other driver was also complaining that it takes forever to get somewhere. So I finished work around 3:30. My last job was to preload a wheeled skid steer, and that one had a huge snow bucket hooked up to it, because our guys were cleaning the yard in the morning and they used this machine. And so I dropped that big bucket, hooked up a 68-inch regular smooth bucket, loaded backwards on the truck, on the Freightliner, put 3 chains and a strap, and that will be my first delivery tomorrow. And that's probably my favorite machine, the skid steer. Love them. And because the roads are so bad and there's so many accidents, and I saw that buses, like I see lots of people on bus stops, so it looked like buses did not run very well. And so even though this is Monday, which is usually dead, I decided to start Uber and see what happens. So I left work and went to the car, cleaned up the snow, because it was all covered in snow, and started the app. And 2 minutes later I had a passenger 1 kilometer away, basically right from my work area where I work, and the name said Oksana, which is a Ukrainian name. So a girl gets in, I say in Russian, "Как дела? How are things?" She's like, "Хорошо, good." And I took her some 20 kilometers northwest of Calgary, and I shut down right there next to her building. Usually I don't want to drive away, just to save on empty miles. And 5 minutes later they gave me a guy. It's at 1 kilometer away. I go there. A young gentleman gets out of the house with a big bag, like not a suitcase but a bag. And And I'm thinking, okay, so this guy is probably going somewhere 50 kilometers to the south of Calgary, which I didn't want to do. And when I click picked up, it says Calgary International Airport. Bingo. So I was so happy. So I told the guy, hey, I work near the airport, and I was hoping to find a ride that takes me back. And so I said, thank you. So basically, no empty miles, And so I dropped him off at the airport, but now it's because everything is already cleaned up. It's, what is this, -5 now. It's getting colder. Tomorrow it's going to be like -7. Like this week, every day it's going to be colder and colder. And then we are supposed to have snow again on Thursday, I think. And so yeah, it's back to Monday, regular programming, which means that, like, I checked the demand for Uber, it's poor. And so, but the first trip was like $20, and the lady gave me a $4 tip, which really surprised me, because normally Russians or Ukrainians don't tip. But I guess she liked the car. I didn't bother her with conversation. The car is clean, all leather. I drove carefully. I had a nice soft, music playing on the speakers. And so she gave me $4. And then this guy, it was also like 20 or $25 from him to the airport. He kept asking me about Russia, about Ukraine, so we had a nice, interesting conversation. And then when I dropped him off, I see a notice, I got a $6 tip. And so I look at the total, and the total for 2 trips is $50 because of the tips. Because I got like $10 in tips. $50, which is perfect, because actually that's kind of like my goal, in the middle of the week, because 50 today, 50 tomorrow, that's already 100. And if I could make 400 by the end of the week, that's my goal, And so yeah, it was great. Just went for a short ride, roughly 20 kilometers one way, 20 kilometers back, made $50. So now we're gonna go home, watch some movies. I have to do my books. I'm running late again. I have to do my accounting for October, my GST, sales tax, stuff like that. But maybe I'll do it tomorrow. But tomorrow I'm going to the gym, because last week again I went to the gym only once. I really need to pick up the pace, because I do feel so much better, after the gym. But if you only go once a week, it's just you're wasting your time, right? Because you gain some muscle and then you lose it. So at least 2 times a week, that's my plan. But 3 would be better, but we'll see. So yeah, crazy day today. Crazy day. And my first trip, like normally I do, like I mentioned, 2 trips before 9 a.m. and 2 trips before lunchtime at 11. But today I only did 3 trips before lunchtime, because it was taking forever. Driving was so slow. It's awful. It was awful. But I'm paid by the hour, so I didn't sweat it. Just drive carefully. Don't hit other people, right? Don't let other people hit you. Keep the distance. It was okay, But yeah, lots of accidents. At one point, I was driving south on Deerfoot Highway 2. I saw 3 accidents spaced maybe like half a kilometer on the opposite side on Deerfoot northbound. And there's cops, there's firefighters, people spin out, And there was so 2 cars in the middle flew out into the median, and they turn around, in facing the opposite direction. Crazy. So So this is what it looks now. The roads are okay. So this is a Métis Trail. And almost snow.